Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you're all doing well and you had a wonderful New Year's. And I wish all the best for you in the coming year. Today, we are actually going to be cutting some firewood, and I'm grabbing my sunglasses because it's super bright and I'd rather wear sunglasses than safety glasses today since it's bright. But Chaz is home and we're gonna cut some firewood for our house and do a little project. So I hope you hang out with us as we get some stuff done around the farm. How you making out? You got it cleaned out?
Pretty much.
Thank you. Can I put these down? Whew. What's that? Should have done this when there was no snow. Whew. It's up to my knees. Probably you're gonna be able to get it in there. You should probably shovel yourself a trap. Oh, there's still wood on the ground there, huh?
Yeah, there's still some.
Well, that's gotta get cleaned up, probably. So the firewood processor, it's cold. It runs on hydraulics for the saw blade and for the table and the conveyor, or not the conveyor, the plunger for splitting it. You'll see what I'm talking about here. It's really cold. It hasn't been working. So I'm taking it nice and slow. It's not usually like this jerky or slow, but I thought I would show you that this is part of the process. You have to kind of take it easy when you first get going, get the machine warmed up, get everything working, and whatnot. So I've been running this thing. We've had this thing for, I think 4 years now, 3-4 years. This thing has done probably 4 or 5 semi truckloads of like log trucks of wood. There's been a lot of wood that's gone through here. I really like this machine because it is very efficient when you take your time into consideration for bucking up firewood like I do here. I'm bucking it up and splitting it all in one swoop. There's a lot less handling that goes into this. We don't touch the logs as much. It's much quicker to just bring in these lengths and do it this way. So for me anyway, I definitely find it's faster than to go buck it up and load it, or buck it up and like manage pieces of wood either by splitting it on a splitting block or splitting it in a machine. I just find this to be more efficient and whatnot. But this machine is worn out. I've broken a lot of things on it. It has definitely worked quite a bit. I dislike this plunger. It is kind of very finicky and fussy. And my saw doesn't function very good because it's been broken. Sometimes this conveyor will jam up, so you have to watch it and whatnot, because when it jams, the conveyor stops going and it can start to fray. So you do have to pay attention. It's not a hands-off operation. All hands on deck. Usually I have the conveyor going into a trailer, or the skid steer is holding the bag up, which makes it a little easier. So there's hydraulic table, like a feed into the saw. That thing, it's kind of finicky. It has to be just set up just so and whatnot. The saw blade, you'll see here that I'm always holding that up. It's because it's been broken. There used to be a lot more safety features on this machine. It's been so well used that a lot of the stuff just it wore out and broke. So we don't have a lot of the safety things. The guards aren't on there. The saw doesn't, like the spring for the saw, it's broken. I don't got parts for it. I should probably see if I can order some, but I haven't bothered. I'll look into it, because it's not safe to have the saw running without it disengaging when you're not holding on to it. I would feel much safer myself. There's a lot of safety features that are missing on this. Let's just say this is not a safe unit to be working on the way it is, and this is not how it comes. It's a Range Road brand. It's built here in Alberta, I think. The guy that I think that built it is in Alberta, and it is a really good unit for me. Like, I can do this. I can set it up, and I can just get going and cut wood for customers or cut wood for ourselves pretty easy. So if you're looking for something on the homestead, I really would consider looking into it. It's one of the cheaper ones on the market of this caliber, so you might want to price, well, it used to be, I don't know what it is now. Some of the parts, the replacement parts, are kind of expensive and hard to get, but that's just because we live up in northern Alberta. Maybe that's part of why they're hard to get. The table, the feed table, was an accessory that we got. Same with the conveyor was an accessory. Our table is broken. It never really worked very well, so I have to roll the logs manually, which, whatever, it's not a big deal for me. As long as the feed works to come in, that's all that matters to me. As you can see, the feed runs on hydraulics and it'll roll right into the saw, which makes it much easier on me and on the back. I don't have to wrangle lengths to get in there. It's quite simple. It's just a pain in the butt because the saw blade is it doesn't disengage. I have to hold it up, and I do have a bungee thing on there, but it's not optimal. So there used to be a stopper that was it had a safety feature on it. In place of the wrench that's hanging there, it would stop the logs so that you wouldn't cut past the length you needed, and all of the logs were the same length, but I broke it. And so we mark it with a wrench. And also the splitter, we have a 4-way splitter in here. We did buy the 6-way splitter. It's a complete waste of money. If I was buying this unit, I would not waste the money on the 6-way splitter. It's quite expensive and we don't use it. And when you do use it and you think you need it, you end up just jamming it up anyway. It doesn't work that great. Not that I've experienced. I've cut some pretty big pieces of birch and spruce, and I just found it to be a total pain in the butt, and I never use it. And it's not easy for me to change it because it's heavy and I'm short, so I have to wrangle it in there. And I just like the 4-way splitter. If I have big pieces that need to get put back through, I just pick them off of the conveyor and throw them back in, which isn't really a big deal. It does a pretty nice job, pretty uniform pieces. yeah, I wouldn't waste my money again on the 6-way. The 4-way splitter, I think, is what comes with it, and I think it's the best deal. And if I was buying this unit again, I don't know about this table. I might want to build something myself, because it is kind of comes apart. It's really it's not the best made table. Maybe it's because we loaded up so much, I'm not sure. But even when we just put one layer of birch trees on there, this thing, it's just not, didn't withstand very well, in my opinion. That's my opinion, and other people might think differently. It has been used a lot though, so yeah, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with this machine for what it is and what it's done for us. I'm really happy with it. I can run it myself, and realistically, if I'm cutting firewood, I'm saving like $600 a month on heating costs on our homestead here in this part of Canada, for the shop and the house and whatever, even the greenhouse. Every little bit I can do saves a lot of money, and so just spending an hour cutting firewood on this machine, it makes quick work of a lot of savings. And so just personally, it's paid for itself. But also, I have supplied other people with firewood. I've cut firewood for other people and sold it, who didn't have heat, or like their furnace quit working, or they just wanted some for their campsite. It makes it so, you have a little bit of gas money to go on your vacation, or you're able to go buy your groceries for the month. Just puts a little extra in your pocket, and it's nice to have. And also the fact that it makes a byproduct of shavings. I use that in my garden, in my commercial greenhouse for my flower farm, and I also use it for the chicken coops and guinea coops. So it's something that our whole family can do. It's something that was a very smart investment, and if I could do it all over again, I totally would buy this machine again, or one like it, or equivalent, or better. It definitely was a good investment to have a firewood processor of any maker model on our farm, but this one, I am happy with it. The Range Road, I believe, is the brand name of it, and it come from a manufacturer who is in either central Alberta or in southern Alberta. I can't remember where the guy actually is. We got it in central Alberta. We went and picked it up from a dealer from there, but I think the man that actually builds these things is an Albertan here in Canada. So it's kind of hard to put in the firewood bag when it's not on the loader. Hey,
Yeah.
you did a good job though.
Thank you.
You're too old for that.
Not sure.
Not too old for I-5, but you're too old for safety glasses. You tell them, grandmas. You tell them. Kids, I tell ya. We'll go idle this down, warm up our toes. Jealous Nelly. So what we'll do with that now is we'll just put it when Tyson gets home. We'll just put it on the skid steer, and he'll move it closer to the house. Just makes it a little bit more convenient, because I have a lot of other things to do today. Chaz and I both didn't really feel like packing wood from there in the wheelbarrow, so we just decided to take a shortcut and maybe we'll go do something fun with our spare time. It is Christmas holidays for him after all, isn't it?
You know what?
It's Christmas holidays for you after all, isn't it? Can't work the whole time.
Yep.
Do you want to tell them about our new truck, SUV?
Dodge Durango.
I don't know if they can hear you.
It's a Dodge Durango. The front looks pretty mean.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how many Chaz stars are you excited to go get your learners now?
A 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
And before, when we had the Ford, how excited were you?
Like a 5.
Like
or
a 5?
7. I just want to drive the car.
You just want to drive it because it looks like a muscle car?
Looks like a muscle car, yeah, combined with an SUV. And it's big.
Apparently, I got a cool car. Bonus. What's your favorite part, Chaz?
Just the way it looks, I guess. I think it looks really cool in the front.
I thought you'd say the heated seats in the back.
It has heated seats and all the climate control in the back, yep.
Sweet. Thought I would show you quickly. I did Becky at Acre Homestead. I did her pizza, frozen pizza dough, and I just thought I'd make Chaz and I lunch. I had taken it out last night. It thawed out, and I was just gonna show you what it looks like. I like it. I've never done it from the frozen. I've only done her pizza crust from fresh, and I really liked it. So this is kind of a game changer. It's really handy and convenient. So I'm gonna flip it around and show you. So I just put some of this misa harina tortilla flour down. I don't have any corn flour, but I just put that down on my pizza peel, and it looks good. It's easy to kind of form out. I'm just gonna let this rest for a little bit, and then I made I didn't have any tomato paste, but I did have some freeze-dried tomatoes, and I crushed them up, and I added water in my seasonings and just made like a fresh kind of flavor. Like it's almost like a garden fresh because of the freeze-dried. It makes it really enhanced flavor. So it tastes good. It's very spicy, like lots of garlic and onion and pepper spice. So I don't have a recipe for it. I just kind of am winging it. I'm just gonna give it a try and see how it is. But I just thought I would share that quick and easy dinner from Becky's recipe at the Acre Homestead, and I like it. I really like it a lot. So super easy. I will link her recipe for the crust below. a scale of 1 to 10, how many Chaz stars does that get?
Easily a 10.
Is the crust really good?
It is.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Welcome. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I hope you enjoyed today's content. We'll catch you next time. Bye for now. Thanks, you guys, for all the kind comments when I shared my last sketchbook doodles that I had going on. So this was the last one that was in there. I thought I would show you what I did since then. I tried to draw a pike, a northern pike. This is the first time I've ever drawn a fish like this. So that was kind of fun. I drew a 10-minute sketch. This is a guinea fowl. I was trying to make it look loud in 10 minutes, which I did. I think Chaz told me he could hear the picture. I drew a little elephant. And this was my Happy New Year's to my friends and family and to you guys as well. May 2023 be less of a pain in the... Happy New Year.